of downtown Buffalo. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Bills at 500, sitting at 5-5. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. Second down at 5. That's quickly out wide to Davis. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. He had his eyes on 200 yards last week, earned an AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he was really, really good. Fun to watch back in tape with you.
It was fun to watch, wasn't it? He's trying to have the same type of a game in this one. But what was fun watching was how he read the defense. No matter what they presented, he had an answer for it, and that's why he was open during that game.
Now a little bit of space there for Cook that time as he winds up getting about 7 there on first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Cook up the gut. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second down, Willis looks to throw here. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now Willis on 3rd down. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ready. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Willis. He finds his man, complete. It's Connor. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Willis looking to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Willis with it on 3rd and 1. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Hold it ready.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
On second down, Cook. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They run again on first down, Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Allen looks to throw on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this returnable for Hill. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
1800.
On third down, it's Willis. That's complete to John Ross. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
Check back.
Willis now off play action. They're going deep for Hill. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Dolphins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Rangers.
From the gun, here's Willis. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. It's a first down following a gain of 3. And now they'll throw with Allen. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jalen Phillips in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense. Blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now Hill to return it. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 62 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. They'll go option to the short side. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Xavier Howard. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 2nd and 7, Willis. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has, percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis, operating gun, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Willis from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. On play action, Allen rolling to his left. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Off the play fake, here's Willis. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sand.
19 right.
Another try after the first down sack. Willis under pressure, and they got to him again. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they can use something here on third down. Here's Willis, third and long. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You always think about picking up the first down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect, but admire the effort.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Okay, ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. On 2nd and 9. Willis. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting the game.
Third down, it's Willis. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively, 6 DBs in the game. Willis will look to throw it. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. From the 44, Allen, the quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Throwing is Allen on third. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral him. Fourth down, straight ahead.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he is going to have the Bills' first down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on fourth. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. First down, here's the run with Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Play action. Now it's Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Second down throw coming by Willis. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Willis to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now Willis on 4th down. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They go play action with Willis. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 54 yards. And the Dolphins use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Here's Allen to throw it. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Allen. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
60 by 60.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 71 yards on the ground now for the rookie out of Miami. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Uses the stiff arm and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Willis to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And it's taken in at the 9. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Down inside the 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about sit Gonzalez now to have the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Throwing is Allen. He gets this complete to Diggs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they